Hi everyone. We thought it would be better to try and do this through a video because the season that we're in is so busy already, what with public holidays and school holidays, as well as a fairly busy church calendar. And we honestly value the time and energy that every one of you are investing into what God is doing in Anthem. We don't want to just have meetings for meeting's sake. But having said that, this season is a season where we are wanting to give fresh impetus and vision and direction to our life groups. And so we didn't want to miss an opportunity to engage with you. We thought instead of writing a letter, we would try this forum and see how it goes. So I want to first of all start by thanking each of you who are leading groups for continuing to have courage and faith to have people in your homes. Remember, we are looking to create a culture and an environment where people can belong, not an institution that people can belong to. So I want to keep a few things forefront in our minds as we continue to work out this thing that we call life groups. Some of the expectations that we have of our life groups is, first of all, that they have life. We never want any of our life groups to have an us for and no more mentality. We want to be continually engaging guests and visitors on a Sunday and adding fresh life, fresh vision, fresh people to our life groups. We never want to reach a stage when, after 10 years, it's the same couple of people meeting in the same home, talking about the same issues year after year. There's no life in that. That's a book club. We're looking for life groups. Our second expectation that we have of our life groups is that they must point people to Jesus and the local church. Our life groups in and of themselves are not a church. Every group will by nature point people to Jesus, but they must also point people to Anthem, being the local church that God has placed us in. We believe that God's mission on earth is carried out through the local church, and local church participation and partnership is a value of ours, and so our life groups must emphasize that. And it must call people to belong to Jesus and belong in the local church. The third expectation that we have is that they are accessible. We spoke 2 weeks ago about raising a banner of people in our city and how the banner of people that we raise cannot be exclusive, it has to be inclusive. We don't raise a banner of these people, we raise a banner of people. When we raise a banner of these people, it's people that look like us, people that think like us, people that act like us and dress like us. That's an exclusive banner. We raise an inclusive banner, a banner of people, not a banner of these people. And so the expectation that we have of our life groups is that they are accessible to everyone in Anthem. The fourth expectation that we have is that they build a highway towards belonging in Anthem. Coming out of Isaiah 62, we see that we have three responsibilities. First of all, to remove stones, that is things that people stumble over, things that get in people's way as they come to faith, as they're trying to come to faith in Jesus. Our second responsibility is to build up highways, that is to put structures in place that make it simple for people to come to Jesus. And our third responsibility is to raise banners, that is to change values, to dictate behavior and drive culture so that when our city looks at us, they're able to see Jesus. So in keeping with these three things, the value that overarches all of our life groups is building a highway of belonging. We want to make it easy for people to belong in Anthem through our life groups. The reason that belonging is our overarching value is that we make it accessible to lead a life group to those whose primary gifting isn't that of teaching. So if teaching is your primary gift, that's great, then teach. If teaching isn't your primary gift, then you are under no compulsion to teach every week. The value is belonging, and the expression of each of those groups will look different depending on the personalities and the giftings and the character of the leader leading that group. So some will teach every week, some will teach every second or third week or once a month. Some will intentionally have meals with people in their homes every week. Some will meet twice a week. Some will meet every second or third week. And all of those expressions are okay because they're depending on the individual gifts, personalities and character of the leader. As long as they're under the value of belonging, that's what we're looking for. To belong, people are looking for two things. First of all, a mission, and second of all, a relationship. It's our responsibility as life group leaders not to call people to a mission outside of Anthem. We always call our people to the mission of Anthem as our local church. It is our second responsibility in belonging to foster deep, meaningful relationships that go past, hello, how are you on a Sunday, and move to where we share our hopes and our dreams, our fears, our triumphs and our trials, our failures, where we share our lives with one another. And so we have the value of belonging, and as people spend time in our homes as leaders, they start becoming. So in our homes, around our tables, where mission and relationship meet is where the value of belonging and becoming meet. And as you can see, that's the steeple, and if we look inside, there are the people. Secondly, can I ask that we continue to request engagement from our people? Many churches measure success by how big a crowd they can gather on a Sunday. We are not into building crowds, we want to build a church. The Greek word for church is ecclesia, those that are called out of the world and called to a mission in Christ. The last thing that we want is to have a church where members attend on a Sunday. What we are looking for is partners who are engaged in the gospel by serving God and their city. So can I ask that you continue to call your people towards engaging the gospel through serving God and through serving the city. Included in the email is a link to an article that I found really helpful, especially for us as leaders. Can I ask that you take 2 to 4 minutes to go through it, depending on how fast you read? It will be a really helpful email for us as leaders as we continue to work out our gift of leadership. Please can I also ask that every time we meet, we continue to call our people to our Wednesday prayer times from 6 to 7 in the morning. These are invaluable times for us as a church. Prayer is a value of ours, and it's at these times that we get to pray for our city, to pray for our nation, and to find out what God is saying to Anthem and what God is doing in Anthem. Lastly, if you know of anyone that's looking to serve us in our gathered times on a Sunday through helping us to host, either on our kids ministry team, our worship and our sound and media team, our hospitality team, our setup team, or our 1901 espresso bar team, please drop me an email and we would love to have them serve us in our gathered times. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you full of faith on Sunday as we worship together.